We're calling to order the Cuyahoga County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, May the 24th, 2016. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Miller. Here. Mr. Germana.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Schrein.
Here.
Ms. Conwell. Here. Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Harrison. Here. Ms. Simon. Simon is absent at the moment. Mr. Greenspan.
Here.
And Council President Brady.
Here.
There is a quorum.
Thank you. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have nothing under silent meditation. Does anyone have any suggestions? Hearing none, is there any public comment? I would say related to the agenda, but I know we've got some folks down here on a specific issue, and I would like to have them have the opportunity to come and speak to us before the meeting rather than wait until the end of the meeting if there's no objection. So if there's any public comment.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and also let the record reflect that Councilwoman Simon is present. The first person signed in is Ms. Bonnie Sykes.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Sykes from Lakewood, Ohio, and I've spoke about Lakewood Hospital in previous meetings, and today I'd like to refresh your memories about the history of Lakewood Hospital and how it relates to Metro Health. Back in 2014, Lakewood sent out an RFP for a full-service acute care hospital. Metro Health responded by way of a proposal that appeared to be a perfect match. Metro Health promised to run an acute care, self-supporting hospital along with a real emergency department. You know, what could be better? Well, Lakewood, I guess, wasn't thinking that. October 1st was the deadline set by Metro for a response from Lakewood. The date passed with no communication from the Lakewood government, thereby negating the proposal. Metro Health was given no chance to negotiate. So a few months later, in January 15, Lakewood revealed the letter of intent from the Cleveland Clinic for a family health center. The obvious conclusion was that Lakewood negotiators preferred a Cleveland Clinic-owned outpatient office over a full-service Metro Health hospital. So later on in April and May, letters were exchanged between Mayor Summers and Dr. Boutros discussing the possibility of Metro Health's continued interest in serving the Lakewood community. Then the communication suddenly stopped, and I don't know why. Can the county not see the value of Metro Health moving into Lakewood? Lakewood Hospital provided $7 million annually for indigent care. And guess who's going to be picking that up now? The county. And we are aware that Metro Health is still in the planning process of its expansion. As we see large health systems consolidate and benefit by the economies of scale, Metro Health could certainly benefit from the patient volume found in Lakewood and its surrounding communities. We invite representatives from the county and Metro Health to engage with the Save Lakewood Hospital Group and join us at our weekly meeting on Sundays at 4 p.m. at Lakewood Public Library, as Dale Miller did this past Sunday. Thank you.
Next is Jean McKay.
Hi there. I'm Jean McKay, Lakewood resident and lifelong Cuyahoga County resident. As you know, Lakewood Hospital is now closed to inpatient services and will be closed for good in 2018. But at that time, in 2018, the Lakewood Hospital campus poses a wonderful opportunity for Cuyahoga County and Metro Health to reuse and repurpose the existing hospital infrastructure to provide health and wellness services to Lakewood. Situated in a walkable, densely populated community, well served by public transit, I hope after tonight, Lakewood is ideally situated for a Metro campus. The Cleveland Clinic fees for services are some of the highest in the region, and high deductible insurance is the reality for most of us. As a result, too many residents in the Lakewood area will be priced out. The Cleveland Clinic is fleeing Lakewood for Avon, where the population is wealthier and their personal highway exit is brand new. As a result, a large and committed grassroots campaign has risen up in Lakewood to push back on the clinic's corporate agenda and its removal of inpatient services to wealthier pastures. We have all seen this type of redlining before. Additionally, the process that closed Lakewood Hospital is rife with misdeeds and dishonesty. We now know that Metro Health was unfairly treated and used as a bargaining tool by Lakewood's Select Committee in its exclusive negotiations with the clinic. As a result, the people of Lakewood feel disenfranchised and are demanding their voice be heard in a referendum vote in November. Please consider endorsing this people's campaign. Your support will help the people reject one of the most egregious aspects of the Cleveland Clinic deal, the restrictive covenant placed on the hospital campus. Metro Health is seen in Lakewood as the affordable and more desirable regional health care provider. My dream is to see Metro Health in Lakewood as a West Side beacon for progressive, comprehensive, behavioral, environmental, and nutritional health care services. I envision an institute for integrative medicine, food as medicine programming, affordable nutrition and cooking classes. I see state-of-the-art behavioral health programming with much needed addiction services. I can see all of this and more fitting comfortably in the Lakewood Hospital campus, and more importantly, having a lasting overall healthy community's impact on our region. We need the progressive leadership of Metro Health in Lakewood. Please consider this request carefully. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Tara Pepper.
My name is Tara Peppard. I am here also to request your support in our fight to save our hospital. Our hospital had a foundation associated with it, the Lakewood Hospital Foundation. The foundation had over $50 million. This was designated to help the poor and the underserved. Without a hospital, that foundation can no longer do that public service. We have a socioeconomically diverse community. Our city government, we have pleaded with our city government, and we have not gotten that support. I see this as a tremendous need. There are too many people. There are 3,000 elderly within walking distance of this hospital. And the people were told when they voted on the previous election, watch Lakewood Hospital close permanently. So the people we did not know how to vote. And so what happened is our government states, the people have spoken. Well, there was a difference of 500 votes. And now that the constituents of Lakewood understand what's really happening, we were able to get enough signatures to get this on the ballot in November. Yet our government is moving forward, bulldozing. I saw they were walking around the garage building this morning with plans to demolish it. And without a parking garage, it will be very difficult to get another hospital system to move in. But the minute our city council agreed, the 5 members, within days, they moved hospital beds. They closed the hospital, I believe it was in January, but they acted very quickly to make sure that this would not be a viable hospital. They put a restrictive covenant in the new agreement. But they lied to the people, and this is very upsetting to me. We were decanted. There's a clear decanting plan to move services to Avon. I don't want to see this happen to our inner ring suburbs. I plead with you. I think this is good for the county to keep a hospital with such density that we have in Lakewood. So I beg you for your support, and I thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Mr. Rico Dancy.
Hello again. Tomorrow, we're going to Columbus. 7.3 million deaf people going to Columbus. What happened if I want here one day, and it's about 20 deaf people come here and want to speak? No interpreter here. That's a question I have for the council. If they have 20 deaf people, no interpreter here, no one who do sign language, how would they voice their opinion? We went to Columbus on 4th, and I'm still concerned about the text 911. Cincinnati got that. Cleveland don't get it. Columbus don't get it. So I'm a little concerned about that. What happens if it's a crisis? Somebody who's hearing impaired or anybody who cures suicide, mental, whatever, or somebody is a burglary, whatever. Cincinnati have a training. I went through the training. They have called it Text 911. I know everyone of y'all on this board have a person who have a disability, any kind of disability or anything, okay? I'm a little concerned about that. If they have a person curing suicide, mental, whatever, if their parent want to text 911, if a person who don't have a VP, have an internet at home, or only have a cell phone, how would they communicate with the police? I'm a little concerned about that. I went to East Cleveland. They agreed to pass a resolution that they have an interpreter at their board meeting, every city council. Now, I'm just I'm a little concerned about that, about how is the county going to get an interpreter for their board meeting if they have deaf people here who don't have no voice. I'm just a little concerned. Mr. Ernie Bruce, I thank you for starting that meet with me. I have a meet with him on yesterday, and he is going to bring that to your attention sometime this week, okay? Thank you so much.
And the last speaker signed in is Reverend Pamela Pinckney.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's good to be seen and good to see you all again. For your agenda items, I'm going to leave because I'm going to the school board meeting this evening, and I'm going to just comprise both of my concerns in one session here. For Resolution 94, and I'm reading from the paper because I have a literacy initiative. One of my degree emphases is in English, and I do still believe that literacy is a challenge for many people. So for anyone that's looking that thinks that our council members just come up with creative ideas to come here today, they don't. They sit down and they plan and they come up with different ideas, and they come through very strategic planning to try to make differences for our government. So those of you watching, you can review this yourselves. And that's a plug from my council members. Resolution 94, in the language of the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority, having the available option to avoid or mitigate reductions in services and increase fares for riders, and to urge the state of Ohio, U.S. Department of Transportation to increase available funding for public transportation. I do solely agree with that. And once again, I'm going to state that when Governor Kasich took in the position of leadership, he took our money from our public transportation and put it into the highways. And I want to know where the money is. And I personally want to know, and I professionally want to know where the money is. And I want some accountability for the damage and the destruction of our transportation system as a result of that. And I want you all, please, to take this to the next level, to the federal government. Ohio is the pivotal vote for the United States of America, for the leader of this country. It's a small state, but a whole lot of power to it. And I'm tired of people coming through here using us And as you know, I'm running for president myself right now, and I'm not on the ballot at all. No one wants to show my campaign. But when it comes to someone needing an idea, they'll call me from out of town and ask me, what can I do, Reverend Pinckney? But they don't want to do anything to support our county, our city, and our state. It's time out for that. And I ask you and I challenge you and I will get to the grind with you to get our money for our public transportation. It doesn't just affect poor people. It affects all people, rich, poor, and middle class. And it's time out for that. And for resolution number, what is this? Resolution number 0100. I'm asking you to not allocate this funding or release it to sections A, B, and C for Part 1 and B and C for Part 2. And these are for the Board of Health, Metro Health System, Public Safety and Justice, the Centers for Families and Children, and the Domestic Violence and Child Advocacy Center. I'm asking you to not release any funding to them. And if you want to know why, my phone number is 216-548-0820. My clock has run out, the time has run out, and I thank you so much once again for not only listening to me, but hearing me as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
No one else to sign in.
All right. I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the May 10th Committee of the Whole and the May 10th regular meeting printed on the agenda. So moved, seconded. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Minutes are approved. There are no announcements by the council president. Is there a message from the county executive?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. First, I want to thank all the people who came today to speak so passionately about the importance of public transit. It's critically important to our future as a county and to the future of our economy here in the county. County residents contribute over $200 million a year in sales tax through the levy that was passed some time ago. The state of Ohio contributes only a small fraction of that amount. I served in the legislature when the state was slashing funds to public transportation. I fought against that. We need to continue to fight against it. Your voices today are helpful. We need to advocate with the state to support realistic funding for public transit. One other item, I was pleased to attend the first Senior Center Knowledge Forum last week. You may recall in the budget that you supported the creation of Senior Center Innovation Grants to allow the county to start planning how to provide better services at less cost for our seniors. Our DSAS department has taken that seriously and moved forward by creating initially 4 innovation grants, which were awarded last week to 4 cooperative groups. Part of the effort is to bring together collaboration. So one went to North Royalton, Independence, Brecksville, Broadview Heights, and Seven Hills, who came together to figure out how to better serve seniors. Another one went to a partnership including Cleveland Heights, Maple Heights, Solon, Highland Heights, Lyndhurst, Mayfield Heights, Mayfield Village, and South Euclid. A third went to Murtis Taylor, East End Neighborhood House, Harvard Community Services Center, and University Settlement. And the fourth one went to Benjamin Rose Institute on Aging, the Rose Centers for Aging, City of Cleveland Department of Aging, Fairhill Partners, the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, and ESOP. Each of those cooperatives have proposed ways to do more with less, to do better services in creative ways, and we're looking forward to seeing those proposals implemented. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Executive. Under number 9, we are in receipt of the document submitted to council by the Cuyahoga County Veterans Service Commission for the 2017 tax budget. This has to be submitted by the 1st of June each year. No action is required by council, but if there are any questions, we do have someone here from the Veterans Commission that would be willing to answer any questions. Hearing none. Legislation introduced by council. Consideration of a resolution of council for first reading, adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, the ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0094, urging the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority to exhaust all available options and identify all potential resources in order to avoid or mitigate reductions in services and increase fares for riders, and to urge the State of Ohio and U.S. Department of Transportation to increase available funding for public transportation.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. It's unusual that we, in fact, it's only the second time since this new county government was formed that we have adopted a resolution. And we try to communicate in other ways. We many times communicate through letters. We don't want to be in a position where we're expected to adopt resolutions on everything in the world. As a former member of the Cleveland City Council, I can assure you that can happen. But this was a very important issue, I felt, to the county, and one that was relevant to our jobs as a county council and as a county government. We want to pledge ourselves to work with the RTA, of course, and other people, leaders in local and federal government, but also want to commend the public transit organization that has cropped up quite recently, I believe, and really spread its wings across Cuyahoga County. And those are the kind of activities that can really make a difference. So I want to commend you. And if there are any comments by any other members of the council, this is your opportunity. Councilman Germain and then Councilman Tron.
Mr. Chairman, just please add my name.
Add Councilman Germain's name. Councilman Tron.
Yes. And I truly appreciate all the folks who came to speak. Also, to reiterate what the council president said, this is countywide. It is a need in every district, every part of the county. I am going to be supporting this piece of legislation, but I'm also going to encourage that the RTA look at all kinds of ways in which they can look at cost savings and generating of more efficiencies and effectiveness out there. So perhaps, for example, and we had this discussion at the break about a more aggressive approach to using natural gas and things like that, because the savings can grow exponentially as far as its impact. And I know that we can, when you start to get a support out there in areas like this, because the technology is, it scores points on both the environmental aspect, but it also is using potentially power source that would be generated here from the state itself, would all be, I think, in the best interest. So I would encourage us to be looking at that on a more aggressive approach as far as bus improvement, and perhaps even using and tapping at other folks within the business community, for examples such as the stuff that goes on within the fleet managements of trucking fleets and things like that. Is there a way in which we can improve? I mean, I know that stuff like FedEx only making right turns saved them, I think, 3 to 4% on just fuel alone, just by making right turns on all their bus routes. And I don't know whether those kind of things can be incorporated to other business practices, but I wholeheartedly support this legislation.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Miller.
Mr. President and my colleagues, I strongly support this resolution for the same reasons that you stated, and particularly it hits the nail on the head in that it's very important for the RTA to be creative, think outside the box, and find new ways to be cost effective and provide the very best service for the available resources. But it also is a plain fact that the state of Ohio and the federal government are just not stepping up to the plate in terms of this very important area of public service that's increasingly important as we need to become more environmentally sustainable and to enable everybody to be included in our society and our economy. So I strongly support the resolution and look forward to working with the community activists in trying to build support. Thank you.
Councilwoman Simon.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to add my name into the resolution and just want to state that I hope our TA board considers putting less money into building new stations for buses and putting money into making them look better, perhaps, instead of putting it into different additional transit routes for the people who need it most. I mean, it's one thing to make things appropriate and safe, but it's another thing to put tons of money into these stations and then leaving the people out who can't even use the transit to enjoy the new stations they set up. So, and I understand there's a capital improvement fund, but I know that I believe some of the general fund money goes to subsidize these capital improvements, and I just don't know if that's the best use of funding. So they'll have nice new places, but nobody's going to be on the bus.
All right, Councilwoman. Anybody else? Councilman?
See, folks enjoy those comments there. Quickly, Mr. President, I just want to say, just echo the county executive's point about public transportation being critical to the success of our region, but public transit is not only a critical part of the success of our region, but it's a critical part of the success of our residents who take and use transportation every day, many of which are some of the most vulnerable residents, some who are just slightly above those. And so to be faced with many challenges already every day and to have accessible, clean, good public transportation to be another stone in their way is unacceptable. So I'm glad to be supportive of this legislation today, and I look forward to working with RTA and many others to help alleviate these issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I represent some of the most impoverished residents across our county, and these services are critical. So I stand with my colleagues. I echo all that has already been said. The RTA, we certainly are a partner with you, and the state and federal, they have a role to play, and they need to step to the plate. So we certainly will do what we can, and I support this legislation wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Councilwoman.
I'm not going to re-echo everything that everybody said. I just want to state that I get it, and I will be continuing to work with you.
Okay. All right. All those in favor of Resolution 2016-0094, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Thank you. Consideration of resolution of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0095, appointing Valerie J. Harry upon her taking the oath of office to serve as Director of Internal Auditing of Cuyahoga County for the term 7/1/2016 through 6/30/2020.
And this will be referred to the Committee of the Whole. Consideration of a resolution of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0074, supporting the county's efforts to collaborate with members of the Aerozone Alliance.
Move to adopt.
And moved and seconded.
Mr. President.
Councilman Miller.
Mr. President and my colleagues, this resolution confirms the county's support for the work of the Aerozone Alliance to catalyze economic development in and around NASA Glenn Research Center and Hopkins Airport. Other communities like Huntsville, Alabama, and Houston, Texas have achieved hundreds of millions of dollars in economic development spin-offs from their aeronautical facilities. We have never fully realized this potential. With a more focused effort through the Aerozone Alliance, that is going to change. The alliance includes NASA Glenn Hopkins, the Ohio Aerospace Institute, Cuyahoga County, Brook Park, Cleveland, Fairview Park, North Olmsted, and will include collaboration with County Airport and Burke. I appreciate the sponsorship of Executive Armin Budish, the Economic Development Department, and my colleague, Councilman Greenspan, Gallagher, and Hairston, and ask for your support. And there is a substitute. And at this time, I would like to move the substitute. It's on page 52 of your packet, and all that the substitute does is, as recommended by my colleagues, Councilman Schwan and Ms. Simon, it adds that the Aerozone Alliance will collaborate with the county airport and Burke Lakefront Airport.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion on the proposed substitute?
Just want to add my name.
Add Councilwoman Simon's name. All those in favor of accepting the proposed substitute? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The proposed substitute is in front of us. Any further discussion? All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. And the resolution is adopted as substituted. Legislation introduced by the executive. Consideration of resolutions for first reading, adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor of suspending the rules?
Aye.
All those opposed? The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0096, amending the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget for 2016 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations from the general fund and other funding sources for appropriation transfers and for cash transfers between budgetary funds, and amending resolution number 2016-0087 dated 3/10/2016 to reconcile appropriations for 2016.
Motion to adopt. Mr. President, this is our traditional biweekly fiscal agenda that is presented by the administration. We, as council, submitted questions. Some of those questions were answered, and a copy of the questions and answers have been submitted to you. I do propose substitute to Resolution 0096. The proposed resolution is to remove from Section 2, Item D, for further discussion.
Any questions?
Is there a second?
Second on the substitute.
Any questions, any comments?
Mr. The item recommended to be removed relates to the question of whether administrative expenses can be included in the demolition program, and we feel that that merits further discussion. And I support the substitute. Thank you.
All those in favor of accepting the proposed substitute?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any further discussion? All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The resolution is adopted. This will be sent back to, this will be sent to the Finance Committee. And we will, at the end of the meeting, we'll talk about our schedule next week, which is a little different because of the holiday.
Resolution number 2016-0097, amending the 2016-2017 Capital Improvements Program by revising projects, estimated costs, and schedules.
Motion to adopt. Second. Mr. President, thank you. This too, we've been requested by the administration to present a proposed substitute to remove an item. There are two amendments, actually. One is to remove one item, and the other is to amend a dollar amount to have the document reflect the true and accurate amount to be requested.
Any questions by the committee? Councilman Miller.
To the sponsor, what items being removed?
The administration has requested that the items related to the fairgrounds be removed at this time.
Other questions? All those in favor of accepting the proposed substitute?
Excuse me, Mr. Council President, I'm sorry, we need a motion and a second for the proposed substitute.
Sorry, I'll make a motion for this proposed substitute.
Say aye. Aye. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0098, confirming the county executive's appointment of Brandy Carney upon her taking the oath of office as Director of the Department of Public Safety and Justice Services.
This will be referred to the Committee of the Whole.
Resolution number 2016-0099, confirming the county executive's appointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga Community College Board of Trustees for the term 6/23/2016 through 6/22/2021.
This will be referred to Human Resources.
Sorry, resolution number 2016-0100, authorizing amendments to agreements and contracts with various providers for the Cuyahoga County Fatherhood Initiative for the period 7/1/2014 through 6/30/2016 to extend the time period to 6/30/2017 and for additional funds.
Referred to Health and Human Services.
Mr. President.
Councilman Miller?
Resolution that we passed, the second financial resolution, I thought, and I confirmed with the clerk, that we accepted the substitute, but we did not vote on the approval of the resolution as substituted on its merits.
All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Wait. I have a question on it then. If this is a capital expenditure, why we remove the
Councilman,
fairgrounds? If we
ask your
can,
question. We're
since
back
you opened
to
it back up,
the item before. Go ahead.
ask why the capital improvement fairground money was removed, if we can.
Sure. We're just looking at it further, see what it's all about and why, and whether we have the responsibility or the fairgrounds has the responsibility. We'll bring it back if it's appropriate.
Was this money already in the budget that we already did, and this was something new that they requested?
Yes, this is new.
This is all new?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll get with you on that. I'd like to look at it.
That's fine.
Thanks.
I believe this has to do with some problem with one of the structures.
I think
of the
they have a
fairgrounds.
roof problem, yes. And one of the barns.
And the
or
question
something.
is that our problem?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, and thank you, Councilman Miller. Now, if I can find my place in the agenda, we'll all be fine.
Sorry about that.
No, you don't have to be sorry. We're here to serve. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Motion to suspend the rules, please.
President, move to suspend the rules. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0088, making an award on requisition number 35625 to PERC Company in the amount not to exceed $7,946,652.90 for resurfacing West 130th Street from Brook Park Road to Lorraine Road in the cities of Brook Park and Cleveland.
Move to adopt. Second. Mr. President.
Mr. President, we heard this in committee. There was two bidders, and PERC was the lowest and best bidder.
Mr. President.
Councilman?
My colleagues, the $7.9 million West 130th Street resurfacing from Lorraine to Brook Park Road may be the largest project done in my district since the start of the new government. The project will include a complete overlay, base repairs, drainage improvements, and curbing. The street was last resurfaced in 1985, so the work is very much needed. Construction is expected to begin this July and to be completed by the end of next year. I ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just wanted to make sure, just for the sake of clarity, that between Bel Air Road and Lorraine Avenue on the east side of the street is my district. So I will.
Most important in your district.
So I'm very happy to see the work being done, of course. Councilman Miller and I have actually had the same boundary for all of our lives, through the legislature, the council, and now it's always been 130th Street. So at least something's consistent.
Mr. Chairman, in committee, we found that he knew exactly when this street was last resurfaced because it was the year it was a wedding. So we want to wish him a happy anniversary with the repaving.
It's a busy street.
Thank you. Thank you.
All those in favor of the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0089, making an award on requisition number 35901 to the ruling company in the amount not to exceed $1,382,353.88 for replacement of Lakeshore Boulevard Bridge number 01.12 over 9 Mile Creek in the village of Brattonall.
Move to adopt.
And seconded, any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, this was heard in committee. The bid came in under the estimate, and we move for approval.
Favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0090, making an award on requisition number 36115 to Katz Construction in the amount not to exceed $1,578,431.43 for 2016 Operations Resurfacing Program Group 5 located in the city of Cleveland.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, this was heard in committee, and we recommend approval.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0091, making an award on requisition number 36175 to Shermer Construction in the amount not to exceed $2,287,223.15 for replacement of Bagley Road Bridge number 03.45 over Plum Creek in the city of Olmsted Falls.
Move to adopt.
Moved and seconded. Councilman, anything?
Mr. Chairman, we heard this in committee. There was two bidders, very close bids, but Shermer's was the lowest bid, so we recommend approval.
Favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Councilman?
I'd like to have my name added to Resolution 2016-0090, please.
Councilman's name to the 90 resolution.
And resolution number 2016-0092, authorizing a revenue generating agreement with United Cerebral Palsy Association of Greater Cleveland in the amount not to exceed $3 for lease of office space at the Green Road Services Center located at 4329 Green Road, Highland Hills for the period 5/1/2016 through 4/30/2019.
To adopt.
Moved and seconded.
Mr. Chairman, this lease is for a $3 a lease fee, and the reason it is so low, it's the fact that there is space available, and there's a relationship between this organization and the Developmental Disability Board, and if they charged more, they would be just getting it back. So they're doing it on this one and the next one, both they have, for the reasons that they didn't need the income and the space was available. So we recommend approval.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0093, authorizing a revenue generating agreement with Goodwill Industries of Greater Cleveland in East Central Ohio in the amount not to exceed $3 for lease of office space at the Beechwood Adult Activity Center located at 23750 Mercantile Road, Beechwood, for the period 5/1/2016 through 4/30/2019.
Been moved and seconded. This, as you said, is similar to the former one. If there are no further comments, all those in
Just want to
favor-
add my name, Mr. President.
Simon's name. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0085, confirming the county executive's appointment of Michael Jeans to serve on the Cleveland Cuyahoga County Workforce Development Board for an unexpired term ending 6/30/2018.
Been moved and seconded. Any comments, Councilwoman?
Quick comment, Councilman Brady. Mr. Jeans was unable to make committee, but there was a statement provided, and the committee members at the time did not have any questions. He is a new appointment. I'm sure we will see Mr. Jeans in the future in some capacity or another. So I ask my committee, this council, to approve.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0086, confirming the county executive's appointment of Chief Christopher Veland to serve on the Cuyahoga County Corrections Planning Board for an unexpired term ending 12/31/2018.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any more comments, Councilwoman? No comments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it, the resolution is adopted. Miscellaneous committee reports, and because next Monday is a holiday, our schedule is going to be a little unusual to try to take care of the business that we have in front of us. We'll start over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Health and Human Services and Aging Committee meeting will take place, and I am scanning for the date. It's not going to be in 8 days, as I would typically say. It's going to be in 15 days. Is that correct, Chrissy? Is she here?
She is back there, June 8th.
June 8th. Okay, June 8th is the date.
June 8th at 1 o'clock.
All right, the Hilton Hotel ribbon cutting is taking place in 8 days. So we will push our meeting back to the following Wednesday at 1 p.m.
And that's,
Again, June.
that's Wednesday.
Wednesday, June.
Wednesday, June 8th.
June 8th.
June 8th,
Wednesday,
1
June
o'clock.
8th.
Okay.
Human Resources and Appointment and Equity will meet Tuesday, June 7th at 10 a.m.
All righty. I know we have a couple more councilmen at least.
The Operations and Intergovernmental Relations Committee will meet on Tuesday, May 31st at 3 p.m. That's a week from today. That's its regular time slot.
Right. Councilman Greenspan and then Councilman Harrison.
Finance and Budgeting Committee will meet next Tuesday.
No, at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
I'm not good with math, so I wanted to.
Understood.
Okay.
The Community Development Committee will meet next Tuesday at 1 p.m.
There'll be 3 committee meetings. Next Tuesday on the 31st, a meeting at 1, a meeting at 2, and a meeting at 3. So we'll be hopping around here next Monday afternoon. Any other miscellaneous business?
Mr. President,
Councilman?
I'd like to share with my colleagues that our Closing the Achievement Gap initiative has been invited to Arizona. And Bob Avery, the program director, has gone there. They're receiving federal dollars to institute a mentoring program, and they are modeling what they do after our own initiative. So I thought that was important. There's replication taking place. Recently learned that Ted Ginn Academy in the city of Cleveland, they have the exact same model that we have. As they mentor their high school children, they have 100% grade promotion from 9th to 10th, 98% graduation promotion from 10th through 12th grade, and again onto graduation from high school. Those are significant numbers. Those really are in contrast to roughly 39% graduation across the city of Cleveland. So you'll hear oftentimes that Ted Ginn is not replicable, he's unique, but we are doing it here at the county level, and others are looking to do it as well. So I think it's something to keep an eye on. Our evidence study, hard evidence study of evaluation of what we're doing here is taking place as we speak, and we hope to settle the debate with hard numbers. So we'll keep an eye on it and keep you updated.
Thank you very much. Any other miscellaneous? Hearing none. Any public comment left?
No, Council President.
No public comment. This has got to be the first time in a long time.
We had it in the beginning. That's
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And maybe that's a good model. Can I have a motion to adjourn the council meeting?
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Council meeting's adjourned.